Namaste. We are very excited to launch our TAHD for Lielow or Theatre Arts for Holistic Development for Lielow. So that's the name under which we are organizing whatever we are doing now. And the TAHD, that I've been involved with that for a while. And Ujwal is a trained, an experienced TAHD facilitator, and he's also a RAISE facilitator, Ramana Art Form Interventions for Self-Awareness and Excellence. And RAISE is based on TAHD as well. So the key idea for today is lying low, but we are also going to focus on one specific idea, which is lying low for the parent or guide. And so this is interesting that, when I brought up the lie low, the first reactions from people was first parents need to lie low. And a second comment I got was we need to practice lie low as a family. So I think that is a good idea to think about. It's not just making a student lie low. So I think it's about the guide or parent being lie low and what does that mean. So I think we'll experientially look at that because some of you have been in Ujwal's family immersion class. And so hopefully you have some ideas on what a lie low experience could look like. And Anant has been learning from Ujwal for about 2.5 years. And while Anand just came up with this Lielow name recently, I think every experience with Ujwal has been a Lielow experience. So what we're going to do is let Ujwal do his activity for today, and then we'll have a brief discussion on why we think that experience was a Lielow experience. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more about what we are doing and some developments that are taking place right now. And then we'll have Ujwal talk a little bit about the race family immersion class, and then we'll wrap up. And you can, think about all this. We can continue the discussion in the WhatsApp groups because I think there'll be a lot of things to process and think about from today. And I've also started talking to parents individually, so we can have those conversations to see how Lielow might apply and how you might use it in your lives. So over to you, Ujwal.
Thank you, Ramaji. Shall we start with a short prayer? Then we'll go ahead with the activity. Okay. Can one of the parents join me in the prayer? Anilaji, you want to join? Yes. दक्षिणामूर्तिसारम्भाम्
दक्षिणामूर्तिसारम्भा
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमा
रमणाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
रमणाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा.
Okay, thank you. We will do a small rhyme on the various fruits in their alphabetic order. Ready? Join me in the actions. Ramana Tata's garden has. Ramana Tata's garden has many tasty fruits for us. Many tasty fruits for us. Come, let us pluck them and eat them all up. Come, let us pluck them and eat them all up. Ramana Tata's garden has many tasty fruits for us. Come, let us pluck them and eat them all up. A for what is the fruit that is in A? Apple. B for banana. for banana. And C for cherry. A for apple, B for banana, C for cherry. Again, A for apple, B for banana, C for cherry. D for dates. D for dates. F for figs. F for figs. G for grapes and guava. D for dates. F for figs. G for grapes and guava. Ramana Tata's garden has many tasty fruits for us. Come, let us pluck them and eat them all up. J for jackfruit. It's a big fruit. J for jackfruit. K for kiwi. Kiwi is a small fruit. L for lemon. J for jackfruit. K for kiwi. L for lemon. M for mango. N for nutmeg. And O for orange. M for mango, N for nutmeg, O for orange. Ramana Tata's garden has many tasty fruits for us. Come, let us pluck them and eat them all up. P for papaya. P is also for pomegranate. It has a small crown on top of the fruit. And P is also for pineapple, which has a thorny stalk. Ready? P for papaya, pomegranate, and pineapple. P for papaya, pomegranate, and pineapple. R for raspberry. R for raspberry. S for strawberry. And W for watermelon. R for raspberry. S for strawberry. W for watermelon. Ramana Tata's garden has many tasty fruits for us. Come, let us pluck them and eat them all up. This rhyme has a second part. We'll do one of the paragraphs of the second part. Ramana Tata's garden has so many tasty fruits. And each fruit is different, has different shapes and colors. And each fruit tastes so different. Ramana Tata's garden has many tasty fruits for us. Come, let us pluck them and eat them all up. Come, let us pluck the apples. What shall we pluck first? Come, let us pluck the apples. They are red in color. Which color are the apples? They are red in color. Come, let us pluck the apples. They are red in color. How do you eat an apple? You cut them into slices and you eat them up. They are crisp and crunchy. How are they? They are crisp and crunchy. Cut them, and eat them up. Wow, they are crisp and crunchy. Crisp and crunchy. God has made them crisp and crunchy. Who has made them crisp and crunchy? God has made them crisp and crunchy. God has made them crisp and crunchy. Did you all enjoy eating apple? Thank you.
Thank you, Ujwal. So I'm going to open the discussion. So, and many of you have also attended Ujwal's raise class. So why do you think this experience is Lielow? I know Bharati had some ideas, we've had some conversations. And Chinjita, we have not actually used the term Lielow as much, but we have talked about this as well. And so Anila, you too. So anybody who's attended the class or, just from this presentation, why do you think it's a Lielow experience?
Maybe because it will actually nullify the thoughts and make us be in the present because we are with the body.
Okay.
We are figuring out what to do with the body for some purposeful moment.
Right. Okay, that's a good one. Yes. And Shinjita, any thoughts?
Yeah, again, I feel that if the body is calm, then it radiates or it moves to the mind also. So for me, everything, since I'm from nutrition background, so everything starts from body and then it reaches the mind. So if, let's say, how to nourish your body, that nourishment is also, it leads to Lielow.
Yeah.
So that's my way.
And Bharati, you had some thoughts on that?
I think songs have the ability to just calm your mind. Songs are also catchy. So it the songs have a way to soothe your mind and also pay attention.
And
That is what.
yes, and I think Gitanjali and Manju just joined, and the question was, Ujwal just went through this fruit song, which Gitanjali, you've seen some of the other songs in the family immersion class. So my question was, why does that, or how does that help us create that Lielow experience? And Lielow, you can interpret it, however you want to at this point, and we'll talk about that more later. Manju, Gitanjali.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, Manju.
Can you repeat the question? I joined and
Okay. The question was, we've been talking about Lielow, and I don't know if you've been following the conversation at all, but one of the things that really struck me about Ujwal's way of teaching is it's a very Lielow experience. And we'll define that more as we go further. But Lielow in general is, just the word gives some idea of a more calming, peaceful experience, because we're usually, many of you have done things like RDI and play therapy and so on. So we're very used to trying to being energizing and engaging and so on. But what we don't often pay attention is to the calming or the peaceful side of the experience. So that's something we are emphasizing in Lielow. So the question is, the fruit song that we just heard, that presentation, how does that contribute to Lielow? And we've seen many such activities, Gitanjali, in the class.
With
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Manju. Yeah.
Actually, how that flute song helped me, like, Mihir has started imitation for shapes also, like for papaya, showing like this and all, and it is giving his attention also. And when it comes to Lielow, I'll say that song, that tune, soft and thing, that itself is very calming and very regulating for Mihir. Actually, I enjoy more. So maybe my vibration is also giving him calmness, because I feel so calm and composed and happy when I join the TAHD class. So Mihir may be obviously catching my vibration too.
So I think Gitanjali brought up two important points there. One is imitation. And if you noticed, imitation and invitation can kind of go hand in hand. So Ujwal invited us to join, two or three of us started, then we just stopped. And it's okay, I mean, whether somebody is joining in, not joining in, somebody has the video on, somebody has the video off, it's all okay. And I think this is a point Bharati brought up too, that, in the race class, she's actually not having the video on because she and Anand just sort of hang out and watch. And I've been doing lurk and learn for a very long time. I've been sitting in on Ujwal's class for like 2 years, right? And there's a lot you just imbibe just by watching. And I do a lot of these things with my grandsons, and they're going to be here soon. And, just by imitation, just by watching, you gain a lot. So there is no pressure. And that's, I think, part of what the Lielow is for a guide, not to put pressure. So lowering the performance demand. That is the main thing. And when you do that, then the person is more likely to engage. And also you have a choice. If given the choice, Anant will imitate the motor movements, not as much as singing. Anila's sons will probably go the other way. They'll more likely imitate the song and not the movement. So it's very open, who engages and who doesn't and how they engage. So Ujwal will also come in and say, okay, Amma and Mihir do this, Amma and somebody else do it. So that invitation is open both to the parent and child, and whoever wants to participate can participate, no pressure. So I think this is a key element of Lielow, which we can also try, and it's not easy. So what I've also started doing is contrast Lielow with rush to fix. And what I mean by that is, when you have neurodivergent children, everybody's pushing us, early intervention, do this, do that. So we are all under a lot of pressure. And when you have that rush to fix, then there are demands on the parent, demands on the child. So somehow Anand came up with this word Lielow, and I said, hey, that's a great way to think about this. Can we just Lielow and see what happens? And for Anant, a lot of wonderful things have happened, because in Ujwal's class, he would come and just be very fascinated by the stories. And so we really pursued that part more. And, he just recently did his performance on the Prani Mitra Day, which was a lot of storytelling. So it was very open-ended and flexible. And so maybe I'll hand it over to Ujwal at this point to talk about race, family immersion, and TAHD.
Yes. Talking about lying low, I mean, Anand did mention that he has been listening to a lot of chantings and works of Bhagwan Ramana. And one of the most important, the teaching of Bhagwan Ramana is to summa ire, to be still. And I think that has inspired him to coin this lying low. So when we talk about lying low, Ramana says that our own true nature is actually peace and happiness. So we all want to be peaceful. So why are we wanting to be peaceful? Because our own true nature is to be peaceful, just like how health is our nature. So if you are feeling unwell, we want to get back to our natural state of being healthy by taking some medicine or doing something so which will cure us from this ailment. So just like how health is our natural state, being in peace and happiness is our natural state. But what we are doing is, when we are rushing to fix something, we are actually going in search of happiness, or we are seeking happiness. We are working for happiness and peace. But Ramana says, if we understand that our own true nature is peace, then we will not be working for happiness. Instead, we will be working from happiness. So that actually changes the perspective, and you enjoy whatever you are doing. So when I say, in our class, when Ramaji mentioned that there's no pressure, that you can do whatever you feel like, it's not that the learning is not happening. So we need to understand that the learning can happen by observation, or there is if a child is attending a class continuously for 2-3 days, there is a connection which is formed. So you can't say a session has gone waste. There is always some or the other outcome which it's invisible in outcomes which happens in a THD session. So, and here in the theater arts for holistic development, it's not a traditional art where we are honing the skills, we are honing the movements, and we are honing the voice. But here it is more of enjoyment. So I was attending the THD sessions, and the art teacher, she told me that the art should be non-threatening. So when you're teaching an art, you can't start away teach pencil shading or having different shapes, which all the children may not be able to do. So the art sessions in the THC session, we used to have this cutting the vegetables and doing the prints of the lady's fingers and drawing your own hand like this and making a peacock out of it. So these simple art activities where it's not threatening, but everybody can do it. everybody can try and do it. So such activities was done. So here in our experience of having the movements and song, you are not expected to do it perfectly with the right gestures and the right expressions or the right intonations, but you are allowed to enjoy. But slowly through repetition and slowly through imitation, they will surely reach at the point, they'll reach their own best points. And this aspect of theatre arts for holistic development has been has inspired the race movement at Ramana Maharshi Center for Learning, where we take the academic lessons and we teach children through these theater activities, which is well, through music, through these rhymes, through movement activities, and we have drama, and we do have some art and craft activities where we have different posters of all the alphabets and the fruits, and the children have to quickly go and bring the fruits, and they have to match with the alphabets. So we had these activities, the visual activities, where the art is used for understanding a concept, and they enjoy this concept, and they also understand the deeper value that there is some supreme power which is making this world so beautiful. They get connected to that power and to understand that that same power is taking care of each one of us. So when Ramaji says it's a beautiful the family immersion gives an opportunity for parents also to understand this, to understand that everything is beautiful as it is, and we don't have to rush to fix something or to change something. We just have to accept things as they are and move towards our own fullness, to move towards what best we can do, and with the great joy, working from happiness. This makes the experience joyous, and of course it brings a lot of development and lot of joy in the family and in the community. Yes, Ramaji, anything else?
Thank you, Ujwal. I just wanted to summarize the three core elements of what I call lying low, which is your peace, enjoyment, and connection. And I think Ujwal touched upon all three of them. And at least in my experience, people do, if you take something like relationship development intervention, people are talking about connection and enjoyment. But I think what has been missed a lot is the peace. And I think especially for the neurodivergent who are, the sensory inputs bother them, so many things are bothering for them. I think that has to be addressed a little bit more explicitly. And for the parents too, because we are always on this go, 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 what's the next thing to fix? So we are also in that, sort of a state all the time. So I think that's the key point. And we just have to be a little bit more mindful and work towards more of a lying low type of an approach. And that's at least where we have been headed for the last couple of years. So I'll leave it open for any questions, comments, experiences that people want to share. And I think we have about 10 more minutes.
So I would like to add what I have seen, more than what I've seen in RDI. So coming to RDI, it was like, a U-turn. There were many U-turns, and RDI was one of the U-turn for me. But in TAHD, we have an element, a topic to connect with the child. So RDI, usually the child gets bored of doing the household works or whatever. There were no much topics to, really use the strategies of RDI. So TAHD in itself seemed like an RDI with more of emotions, gestures. It made the child and also the communication partner or the parent, whoever it is, more involved. I mean, the joint attention, the common goal was more deep and strong in TAHD.
That's a good point, because we have a curriculum. In Anand's case, it is Bharatanatyam, but in the race class, there are concept songs, and there is a curriculum there, whereas with RDI, it's they may teach you the strategy, but then we are sitting there trying to figure out how to implement it. So that's a great point. Any other comments? Gitanjali, you've probably been there with here quite a bit.
Actually, I want to share a little bit about I don't know what is the topic that you have to decide. I'll just tell what I want to. Because lying low, when we started lying low, it is also like it is not peaceful from day one. Because I started like meditation with Meher. Just close your eyes for 2 minutes. For first 1 week, it was a blast. It was a blast, not meditation. But now we have entered almost like 2 weeks. Now Meher is able to sit and like he is also enjoying closing his eyes. He is also enjoying that peace. Uh, he started to enjoy it actually. That means maybe he's tasting that peace first time because regulation is a big thing for him. And whereas in I did TAHD for first 8 9 months, he just kept on shouting. He never sat in the class. Ujwal sir know about that. So what I felt the first week of meditation, that Bapre, what is happening? He's doing again the same thing. But then I realized, I did consistently TAHD. Mihir is doing very good now.
Yes,
So it
I'm
gave
very
me
happy to see
encouragement,
Mihir
like
in the
yes,
class.
we can do meditation also. With consistency, actually, we can do anything. I feel like that right now.
Yes.
It gave me a boost and confidence. And recently, what we started doing it like we do practice after class also the same slokas or dance or whatever. But recently, just it's been 2 or 3 days. While sleeping, also we just watch Anand and Ujwal sir videos. Like in Anand Adventures, you post frequently, right? We watch and we say, hey, look, Anand Nana is dancing so nice. You saw Ujwal sir, no, he's doing this and that. Then Mihir is starting to observe more. And because of we both are sharing the same thing, my husband also started to sing the same songs. Now he is also enjoying it. Uh, it's very happy actually because the songs they are framed in such a way that they're very smooth and peaceful. And we started sing more. Like when Mihir was very young, 1 or 2 years, we used to sing only Coco Melon. Wheels on the bus go. Now we are singing TAHD. It became more a part of our life. Actually, I am enjoying more than anyone. Mihir is also connecting along with me.
Yes, we can see that. I was very happy to see Mihir in the class last couple of times. He's very with the whole class. So it was great to see. Since you brought up Anand's Adventures, I just wanted to mention, we've changed the name a few times, and as of today, we are back to Anand's Adventures. So, and I think the reason we did that because we have a whole alphabet soup of, TAHD, rays, and all these things in the mix. But at the end of the day, it's all coming from our experience. We are not, maybe we can think of Anand's Adventures as a Lielow presence because it's what we have experienced. We are sharing what we have experienced and, encouraging parents to take a look and take it where they will. So we are not prescribing anything. We are not out to fix anything. And so maybe Anand's Adventures is a good name and we'll just stick with that name. So I think we are back to Anand's Adventures. So you'll see Instagram is already back to Anand's Adventures. YouTube will also be back to Anand's Adventures. And we want to stick with one name because otherwise it's very confusing if there are different names in different places. So it's just going to be Anand's Adventures. And Anand's Adventures has always been Ujwal, me, and Anand, Ujwal Anand doing the work, and I'm just usually putting the words and posting stuff and some of that. So we'll continue with Anand's Adventures and we'll build it that way. The thing is, it's not just experiences. We do talk a lot about the rays and THD underpinnings of what we are doing. So you do get a good glimpse of, THD and rays through that. So that's the idea. And then the other point I wanted to make is the blog is going to be the most important thing going forward. So you'd have seen Anand's Adventures, lifestyle.blogspot.com, and I've shared the links in the groups. So that's going to be key because in Instagram and all this, I can't really explain in as much detail. So the first post there I've shared a set of videos. There are 15 very short videos that introduce all these ingredients, the the raise, the TAHD, lying low, all of these things are introduced. And it's very 15 short videos. And I'd really strongly encourage everyone to look at that, because that's our list of ingredients from which we sort of cook up various experiences. And what you take and not take is up to you. So somebody may go with THD and choose certain elements. You can still do wheels on the bus, and that is still TAHD, as Dr. Ambika would say. So you can do that, but the same wheels on the bus, you can be a little bit mindful of lying low and imitation and all of these other techniques. And that would change the, experience. So I think there are these specific experiences themselves, like the videos, but if you just start noticing the imitation, the repetition, all of these other techniques, then you can really do it with anything of your choice. So that is something I wanted to say. And if we have a few minutes, Manju, are you still there? Yeah, we have a few minutes. I wanted to make one last comment, which is on initiative, because I think when you go to Lielow, one of the things that happens is initiative. And we have seen this a lot with Lavanya, and that's why I mentioned you, Manju, because Lavanya will go through all the videos on Anand's adventures, and she'll go 1, 2, 3, and she'll look at all the videos. And then I'll get an text from Manju saying, can you please send me the audio for this particular video? And I think that's very beautiful to watch. And I think low performance demand and initiative tend to go together, because one of the first things we noticed is Anand wanting to share the white peacock story on his birthday. Once you leave it a little bit open, they're more inclined to try things and initiate things. So Manju, your comments on that?
Yes, actually nowadays she is like one more thing has come up. She has been chosen by Amar Chitrakatha Student Council. So we are planning to make videos for them as well. So so she like Supandi jokes. I'm planning it. It just happened very recently. It happened. And for lying low, I wanted to say that we have this habit of literally lying low, like lying on the bed and reading together. We have this daily. It makes her feel very calm actually. So she needs that. I mean, she has to daily read with me something. It will be textbook also. It won't be story also. It will be like simple science textbook, history textbook, geography textbook. We will read together. Like we will lie on the bed and read. So it reminded me of lying low means literally lying.
That is
So
true.
that is what reminded me that they need a little stress-free environment. They need that even today, like even now, at she is big now. Still, my husband, like before, I used to read bedtime story. Now my husband has taken up that role of reading a bedtime story for her daily. Like daily does it isn't possible, but weekly, some days he will read a bedtime story for her. So that doesn't go away. Like they want that calmness. They want to spend time with us, wherein they are also stress free. We are also relaxed, and we are not putting any pressure there. But we want to enjoy with them. Like the child and the parent want to enjoy with each other.
Yes.
So that is what came to my mind when the whole conversation was happening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted to mention, actually, since you brought up this, lying down and reading stories and so on. And I think every family is going to probably discover their own, paths to lying low. But I think one of the things, THD inherently in some ways lie low, because you don't, you go with flexibility, you present at the child's point of learning or adult's point of learning. And inherently, it is lying low. But I think there are still other variables like environment. So for Anand, one of the things he loves about RMCL is there's this big classroom, no visual clutter. And it's, he just loves going there and for the dance class with Ujwal. So there is that environmental factor. He loves going to the shrine. The Ramana shrine is very peaceful. And I know you've come there, Manju. So he loves going there, and they like the same things, they like the celebrations, they like all these things. But going to the shrine for the Paunami celebration or other celebrations, it's very calming. So the enjoyment angle is there, but the calming angle is also there. So we just recently moved to Sanjay Nagar, and now he's having a great time,
Now you will be like attending everything, like
Yes.
it will be very regular for you.
Yes, he just
Yeah,
started
looking forward
volunteering.
to meet.
He just started volunteering at RMCL. So we are always hanging out in RMCL now. So
Wow.
yes,
Yeah.
so he started doing
I'm
some.
looking forward because this year all festivals will come and lot of programs. Ujwal